Welcome back to How to Be a Better DM, the official podcast of Monsters.rent. I'm Justin Lewis.
And I'm Tanner Wayland.
And we are here to help you tell better stories for yourself and your players as you dungeon master sessions of D&D, Dungeons & Dragons. We'd like to give you some quick announcements. We actually have one before the show, and then after the show, if you want to stick around, we have some more announcements then as well. But first, let's talk about this. Tired of being alone? Are you tired of not having any of your players understand you? Are you tired of never truly belonging? Well, you're in luck. All you need to do is join the Guild. The Guild is a unique and exclusive experience that is only open to Dungeon Masters. It is a full community focused on helping ease your DMing burdens. Want to meet other DMs? Join the Guild. Want to discuss your homebrew ideas with people who would appreciate it instead of just telling your cat? Join the Guild. Want to find a place where all your wildest dreams will come true? Join the Guild. Go to monsters.rent/guild and sign up today for free. Wait, that can't be right. Chuck, can you check this again? Is this supposed to be... What? Oh, they're serious? It's free? Oh, okay. All right. Yes, go to monsters.rent/guild and sign up today for free, even though they are crazy for giving this away for free. Common side effects may include burping, sneezing, laughing, breathing, hearing, listening, tasting, farting, critting, sarcasm, and in extreme cases, explosive diarrhea. Awesome. With that out of the way, we can get into today's show. Welcome back to How to Be a Better DM. I'm your host, Justin Lewis, and this is the show that helps you learn how to tell better stories as you DM sessions of Dungeons & Dragons 5e. Now, today's episode is going to be a little bit different, primarily because we had planned on releasing an episode where Tanner and I both were on the show. However, when we recorded, thanks to a screw-up on my part, Justin, Tanner's portion was not recorded. So essentially the recording is just me talking to myself. Yeah, that's right. Me talking to myself. So if you would like to actually hear that episode, you'll have to sign up for our newsletter. I'll put the link in the show notes. But today we're not going to put out too much just because of the technical difficulties. Again, that's totally my bad. I'm just going to share one or two things that I learned from doing the one-shot online. So, first thing, whenever you do anything online, you should arrive early and make sure all the technical things are set up. It took us about 10 to 15 minutes just to get our audio and voices set up. So I should have done that sooner. That was a big whoopsie on my part. As you can tell, it's a day of whoopsies. But so if you are a DM who does this, who is planning on doing this online, geez, I'm struggling. You want to make sure that you arrive early, set up your gear, and that everything technical is ready to go. All the snafus have been snafu'd out, if you can say that. The second thing I learned is when you DM online, it is incredibly helpful to have more than one monitor. This allows you to have your software up that you're using to interact with your players, and then it allows you to have your notes and anything else you have up on the other screen. So having two monitors is incredibly useful. So I would highly recommend two monitors just because, why not? I guess the last thing I learned is that it's not that different. In fact, you can have, there are some capabilities you have that you don't have in person online, like the ability to put a map up in an instant rather than having to spend all this time setting up, a map or drawing it out. You can just upload it and then it's up. It's really nice. So if you've ever thought, hey, I would never do that online DM thing, I'm a rebel, I need to be a purist because I do not like the online thing, I am an old person and I cannot be like the youngies, I would challenge your thought process. I would like to invite you to challenge how you're thinking, because you can have a very fun session online. You can connect across time and space. And it's an awesome option, especially for people who otherwise would be playing but can't because they're separated. I'm thinking of all sorts of friends that don't live in the state anymore. And, maybe I'll reach out to them and start up something. Well, again, there you have it. There's our episode today. Sorry for the snafu. That is 100% my fault. So if you would like to blame anyone, go to @HowToBeABetterDM on Instagram. Send me a hate message or just actually talk to me because I'm a really nice guy and I'd love to chat with you. Next, I'd like to invite you guys to join our next month's one-shot. So actually, I will be leading it again. I have a couple options for what we might do. One is called Trouble in Autumn's Grace. So if that sounds interesting, go ahead and reach out to me and let me know. Also, you'd want to sign up for that because spots will fill up pretty soon. I know that Tanner is going to be joining us on that one, so that spot's already taken. And you can sign up in the link in the show notes. It's a pretty long link, so I'm not going to read it. But next up, if you'd like to help us make sure that these kind of technical issues don't happen, you can do that. All you got to do is go to our Patreon. The link is in the show notes. Sign up as a patron and help us get equipment and team members that will make sure that these kind of mistakes don't happen again. Essentially, we're trying to save up for people who are better than me. Right now, we're saving up for a mixer, which should allow us to do in-person recordings and have excellent sounding sound quality. So if you'd like to help us save up for that, go to the Patreon link in the show notes. But more than anything, just reach out to us, again, on Instagram @HowToBeABetterDM. We'd love to hear your thoughts on what's going right, what's going wrong, more specifically what's going wrong and how we can improve it. We love having this conversation with you. And listener, as you're driving to work or as you're doing the dishes, I hope you take some time today to go out and have a real adventure. But we'll be back next time with a real episode. Again, sorry about that. We're still trying to get into the groove of things, get the routine. We're new to this, so there's a learning curve. But until next time, let's go ahead and roll initiative. Thank you for listening to today's show. We really appreciate your support and your patronage. We have a few more announcements to go over. First,
did you ever fall in love with the library as a kid? It was a place where you could experience 1,000 stories without having to buy 1,000 books. That is what Monsters.rent can do for your D&D campaign. You can rent and swap out as many quality miniature monsters and creatures for your D&D party as you could ever want, without having to buy them. You can rescue villagers from a kobold camp, or lead your party through the fighting forest, or many more adventures. We're coming out with new bundles all the time. Just sign up for our subscription to get access to your own personal library of minis. Go to monsters.rent to find out more. That's the website. Monsters, with an S, .rent. Get your library pass to a world of minis today.
we also wanted to let you know that today's episode is sponsored by Stardust and Dragons. I'm going to let one of the cast of Stardust and Dragons, Christian Hatcher, and his crew tell you a little bit more about it.
This August, a new adventure podcast is coming to a platform near you, filled with action.
Shoot one of the two of them. We can't keep taking hits like that.
Drama.
Everything that she's been doing, everything she's going to do, finally sets in.
And Stardust.
Help! Help! Someone, please!
Find out more about this epic odyssey at stardustanddragons.com, where adventure awaits in the stars.
That's all the announcements we have today. Again, thank you so much for everything you do for us. You make this show possible. Like we said before, we'll be back next week with another great episode, and until then, let's go ahead and roll initiative.